Yo, the dog's gonna get run over and he's gonna heal it, isn't he? Yeah, they actually ran the dog over. Those sick bastards. Madam Milk, survive for us. Please, it's not your time. The fact that pretty much on like the second or third day of school, Zenos was more or less involved with the teacher's prize poodle nearly getting isekai'd by a truck. Like, Truck-kun came out here just wanting to absolute... I'm convinced Dio from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure was behind this ordeal because it just feels a little too spot on. And the fact that our boy's out here just like, who cares? Buddy sees Crescent do like a basic heal spell, what's, you know, expected in this world given the circumstances. He's like, well, the bleeding stopped. Who cares if the dog looks a little messed up? Like, I do love the fact that old Zenos, codenamed Zeno for added hidden ability. If you're not paying him to do the full thing, he very much tries not to. But he also, like, he might be a little acoustic because the way he responds to things, well, yes, technically the dog ain't gonna die that it's not bleeding now. Compassion. You know, humanity. My boy might need to wipe away a little sweat droplet from doing that spell, but there's no reason for him not to do it. There's plenty of cases that he just doesn't understand what is and isn't, like, normal in the world of healing. Like, the fact that he's still learning about what normal healers do, like, his teacher's out here using blood magic, basically using the life force of multiple people in order to do healing spells, says it just makes them fatigued. I mean, you can't take someone's life force and say that's just making them fatigued. You're guaranteed taking away a couple of days minimum of their life in order to do that spell. Zenos could regenerate an entire ass body from just a tailbone. And yes, that would exhaust him, but he's not draining someone's life to do it. The absolute insanity that they're able to do with a character who legitimately wants to be in this school because he finds it fascinating. He's actually learning a lot. To be honest, it's not really about him progressing his talents, because I think his talents are more or less maxed out, but he is gaining a lot of life experiences. He's, you know, getting new connections, new friends, new mentorships, but most importantly, he's going to understand the world better. But given his dumbass nature to begin with, he's never going to completely understand. And I'm still uncertain who the villain's going to be during this whole thing, because every sign's kind of pointing towards his teacher. The dude's like using life force magic. I mean, it's not looking good. His persona, his at face value presence just gives you the vibe the dude would sacrifice multiple people to get to where he wants. But then again, you still have Roswell VA who's smiling nicely, and you never know. He does have a comparison in this episode that I really like, but I feel like could spell disaster down the line. So he talks about how, like, because he knocks over a book and a bunch of coins, and he's like, which one would you pick up first? And then he talks about the value. So it's very much like a comparison of, like, what if you had to pick between multiple people? How do you choose what to save if you can't pick it all up if you're running out of time? So that's an interesting, topic, so to speak. But I was really happy what they did with Crescent. So last episode was fantastic because he acted like he's like, I'm a hotshot, I can do whatever. And immediately got obliterated. Like, he was getting sideswept. He got beat down. Our boy didn't have to beat him up. He got beat up by the spirits themselves, right? So the idea that our boy would have gotten expelled or something bad would have happened. He wouldn't have been recruited, or they would have tried to screw him over if, Crescent took all of the credit for what happened. I like how he does it. He's like, I was pretty awesome, but this guy was technically more awesome in that moment. Because had he not been the one to be impressive, that would have failed the test, right? So the idea that he did get recruited and he actually wants to be there, I like how we can also troll him. Not that he's like trying to insult him, but he's like, hey, so before I got here, you were in the back of the line, huh? Just little dose of reality that you are the least important person until I got here. And then just seeing how you have to consider the fact, and this is what I love, it's not that this teacher's not talented. Very clearly he is, because the fact that probably only him normally would be able to heal that sprain in the way that he did. But by using everyone's life force, which, like I said, they say it makes you fatigued, that's blood magic by a different name. Like, blood magic, you drain the person's life force to do it. And even if, like, you're not necessarily saying you're taking years or days off their life to do it, it can't be a good thing to continuously drain your life force, right? You're just sacrificial lambs for the slaughter, and the farmer's gonna get fat as hell as he chows down. Just in this case, he ain't a cannibal, he just wants to use you as pawns so he can climb up the ladder and be the most powerful person. Now, the thing is I'm waiting for the shoe to drop, because there's gonna be a moment where Xenos does something with the dog, or in that area where, you know, he's gonna be like, I can't do it. I don't have enough life force to do this. You're gonna die, my child. And Xenos will be like, what? He'll be like, how dare you disrespect me? And then you'll heal him, and then the guy will probably get very enraged and be like jealous because this kid is very clearly more talented than me. We need to eliminate him before he gets, you know, stepping on my toes too much. I feel like that's where we're building into, or he'll just immediately try to make Xenos his right-hand man, and then maybe Roswell's gonna, you know, try some shady shit with us. I don't know exactly what they're gonna do, but that's my prediction of where we're going, as we also kind of have a frenemy dynamic brewing. In general, though, very, very fun episode. I love the fact that the girls are breaking into his home. One gently picks the lock, and the best part too is the one who kicks down the door did so after the lock was already open. She didn't need to break the door down. She just did. It's like Shrek opening doors. It's just like breaks it off and has to put it. It's just goofballs. But very fun episode. Normally I find animal violence, animal cruelty, animal deaths in any media like the most depressing thing, but I gotta admit I did laugh quite a bit with that dog getting run over, because I was like, the dog could literally be talking to its like great grandmother in heaven, and we're gonna bring that damn dog back. Now, it would have been a different reaction if the dog was like, it was a more depressing scene, but, you know, I knew it was going to be fine, but there was something amusing by our boy looking him dead in the eyes and saying, who cares that the dog's suffering right now? It's not bleeding anymore. Like, Dio, I swear to God, this is like Dio's acoustic cousin or something, because it's a little savage with how he presented himself there. But in general, fun episode. To be honest, I wasn't expecting to like the kind of school arc that they were setting up initially. I thought maybe they'd do a couple of episodes that all implode and he'd leave, but very clearly we're sticking to it longer than I was expecting. And to be honest, they're doing a fairly good job, all things considered, making it engaging, and rather than teaching him specific skills, it's more so about him opening up his worldview and learning about things he normally doesn't know, so I kind of enjoy that. Of course, those are my feelings. You let me know your thoughts down below. Favorite moment if you got any. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you're new around here. Of course, ring that bell. We also have the Patreon where we got the full and cut live reactions. You want to see my full thoughts on these episodes, and hey, while you're over there, I'll also give you a video shout out. Alright, so today we got Gomison, Count Viscount, Ciaris, Ryuki, Kevin, Chawik, Rerun, Azop, Eds, Alunar, and we also have Ben Lu. So I appreciate the support, everyone. Please take care, and you'll have a good one.